Have you been spending a lot more time indoors without shoes and maybe even without pants? Well, if you have, you might have noticed something really interesting the last time you tried to put on a pair of shoes that you used to wear pre-COVID times, and that is that they don't fit. Your feet may have changed shape just from being out of those shoes. And I want to tell you what to do about that. It's really simple. Find shoes that fit your feet. Now, this might sound obvious, but I want to back up and just, let's talk about this phenomenon of just being without shoes for more time as you've been indoors has let your foot change shape. Now, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, that change is probably a good one. What's probably been happening is if you're in a regular shoe, and I wish I had an example of one here, but I actually don't, you might notice if you look at your normal shoes, the toe box is squeezed together like this, and your toes, actually, that's not the way they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be able to do things like this. In fact, think about doing push-ups. You drop on the ground and do push-ups, your fingers spread because that gives you better balance and better strength and better ability to push. Well, your feet are actually supposed to work the same way. Your toes are supposed to be able to spread enough so they can give you better balance and better force production and better mobility and agility. And also your feet are designed to feel things. You have more nerve endings in the sole of your feet than anywhere but your fingertips and your lips. That's to tell your brain what's happening at the other end of your body so it can put everything together so the entire body can move more efficiently, more effectively, more enjoyably. So, first things first, your shoes may have, been doing this to your toes, which is not good. In fact, some research shows that when you squeeze your toes together like that, it cuts off the circulation in the sole of your foot. That ain't good. Second thing is a lot of your shoes may have had elevated heels, and that changes your posture. So that's problematic because it can send your hips forward, which sends your back backwards, which can put extra stress on your back and your neck. The third thing, arch support. Well, we might think we need arch support. Why do we think that? Because for about the last 50 years, people who sell arch support have been telling us you need arch support. But if you look at the research, you might find something very, very different. And the research is simple. Arch support, well, like supporting any joint, you support a joint, it gets weaker over time. Tell me when weaker is better than stronger. Pretty rare, and definitely not for something like your feet, which are supposed to support your body. So if you've been barefoot, maybe you notice your arch is getting a little bit stronger just from using it a little bit. Maybe your toes are starting to spread. Maybe your foot is changing shape. Like mine, when I started spending more time barefoot, my foot got a little shorter because I built a little bit of arch, and it got a tiny bit wider as well. So fundamentally, you want shoes that let your feet do what's natural, because here's the deal. If your feet can't do what they're meant to do, bend, flex, move, and feel, then all that function, which is about mobility and agility and proper motion, it tries unsuccessfully to move into your ankle, your knee, your hip, your back, all the way up to your neck. You may have discovered that because you've been barefoot and indoors during COVID, that you feel better when you're walking around. You're spending more time barefoot and it actually is getting more comfortable. Well, that can just continue. And I'm going to do a quick recommendation, quick sales pitch. If you get a pair of Xero shoes, that's what we're designed to help you do, is let your feet do what's natural. Wide toe box so your toes can spread and relax. Low to the ground for balance and agility. No elevated heel for proper posture. No toe spring, that's this elevated part in the front of the shoe, because that messes with your gait. Our shoes are really flexible, so they let your feet move the way they're supposed to. The soles give you the right combination of protection, but also ground feel, again, sending those messages to your brain that it's looking for to help your body move correctly. And they're really durable. They're backed with a 5,000-mile sole warranty. They have, well, this one doesn't have it. Actually, I already took it out. They normally have a removable insole or sock liner, so you can have more or less barefoot feel as you get used to that. And frankly, what you've gotten during COVID from being indoors, feet moving more naturally, you just want to continue with that as you get outdoors, as you spend more time moving around, as maybe hopefully sometime soon we start interacting with other human beings again. So hope that's useful, hope that's helpful. Oh, and if you want to find these, it's really simple. Go to xeroshoes.com, xeroshoes.com. We have a whole range of casual and performance shoes, boots, and sandals for winter, summer, fall, spring, and pretty much everything you do, from taking a walk to running ultramarathons to just hanging out with friends. That's why we're here. So hope that's useful. More importantly, go out, have some fun, and live life feet first.